Alright, hey guys, welcome. Thank you for watching. It's your girl BU Mel. And today, I'm more or less just talking about today being day 2 and 3 for me. Driving with Lyft, and happy Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully that sounded okay when I said it. But today is actually day 3 for me of driving with Lyft. And I wanted to post yesterday, but I didn't get to it. I was just tired. It was really hot yesterday, and when I got home, that was pretty much it for me. But today it is rainy and it's whatever. I just did a ride, and I usually just try to do my videos after I do at least one ride for the day. And yeah, I mean, the experience for me has been very decent. Sorry for saying so much. I'm not used to being in front of camera. Yeah, day 2, it was interesting because I was sort of getting to this in a regular video by itself. But I started lifting, and, within the first minute or so, I got my first ride, and it was local, so it was good. And I checked for a scheduled pickup a little bit later on after I had done everything else, and I was like, okay, well, if nobody picks it up by a certain time, then I'll pick it up. And I actually, more or less, I just sit at stores and just kind of wait. Like right now, I turned it off, the actual app itself off for, the mode that I need to get paid, for it to analyze everything. I turned it off right now because I'm getting ready to go to the store. But yeah, I was kind of like, all right, well, because it was in between the distance of where I usually go or end up. Uh-oh. Oh, excuse my mouth. It fell. All right, but I don't care if that's in the video. It's not a big deal to me. But I got to figure out how to get it to stick better. I need a YouTube video to get my suction cup to stick better. But like I was saying, I was kind of where the store that I was at. I was in between the area where I usually go to do at least a ride a day, and kind of where I'm at locally. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go into the store. I was going to try to find another car mount because the mount that I originally purchased was like this. It is a vent mount, and my vents are not that great. My vents are actually really little, and I'm going to take that one back, or I might give it to somebody. But it doesn't work for my car because I can't, in the little spots that they're at, I cannot see my phone like that, and I can't, move it around or anything. So it's annoying, to be honest. But so I went and got another one, and then by the time I finished like re-cleaning out my car, because one of my customers, there was stuff that was just on their shoe or whatever, and it was like pine stuff. So I was like, I'd made sure I got that out before I did anything else. And then I went in there just to see if there was another car mount that I could find, and the price was $5. That works for me. And yeah, that's what I did. And then I got back into my car. I was like, okay, well, maybe it'll still be there. And it wasn't there. That scheduled pickup was not there. So it wasn't a big deal. It was a decent ride amount. So it was like, all right, whatever. So then I started heading to where I usually go at the end of my day for, where I go, period. And I ended up picking a ride that was actually more money than the scheduled pickup. So I didn't know that till afterwards. But yeah, I was like, all right, that's fine by me. Because he's like, you don't really know what to expect, because the way that the app works, it pretty much just picks up whoever is closest to you, and you accept the ride or you don't accept the ride. That's it. And I was surprised. I mean, I enjoyed the ride, so it wasn't like it was a big deal to me. But yeah, it was just a surprise to me. And that's pretty much how I ended my day. I waited a little bit after, and the weather. You know what I mean? I could have, in a sense, if I wasn't sharing my car right now, I might have stayed out a little bit later, just because where I'm at, there was an entertainer that was in the area. And I'll probably get into where I'm actually close to as I get a little bit further in my videos, but this is still new to me, so I'm not going to get too personal with, my videos like that. And hopefully, in the later on I will, and I'll have a little bit more comfort level with, how I'm doing this all together, because I'm really going to just try to do a week's video as far as each day that I'm actually working, because if you look at probably my upload dates, these are the actual dates that I'm uploading, but like the date that I started and the day after I actually ended up doing something that, kind of filled the gap. I got really blessed to fill that gap for that day, to do something else that I like to do that paid me more or less what, not even, I don't want to say a day's worth, because it's like I don't work for a day. I still have my regular job. This is not my full-time anything. This is a part-time situation for me. And I was like, yeah, that's fine by me. And like even today, I did something for somebody else, and that was another filler for me. So that was definitely a blessing. And you know what I mean? I've enjoyed the experience, because even when I was sitting out yesterday in the area where I usually end up at, there was a group of boys that ended up, they came up to my car. I just happened to have my windows down because I was just waiting. It was just so hot. And I was like, it was around the time where I was getting ready to go and just, turn the app off and everything and be done for the day. And he's like, oh, can we clean your windows? And I was like, all right, fine. You know what I mean? It wasn't a big deal. I thought it was just the one little boy, but it ended up being 3 of them. And yeah, they came up to my car. They started, trying to, do the the Windex thing, and they are arguing and all kinds of stuff. And it was actually really cute, but you know what I mean? I think about, my own child and how, being able to have something to do for the summer, to not even just to make money, but to get used to, working with a team and getting out there and being productive and doing something for yourself. I think that was a blessing for me by itself, because I was like, you know what I mean, I sit around and I just kind of look, and I'm just, watching things as I do this job. So it just shows you, like, you never know what you're going to run into. And with everything that I've been able to do this week, I was able to give them cash. And usually, me personally, I do not keep cash on me. And that's just my thing. Like, even with this, I really just try not to keep any cash on me as that, just in case, because I don't, you know what I mean? You don't want no problems with nothing, you just never know, just for my own safety. But I mean, really, just to have that amount on me for them, I was like, all right, you know what I mean? And I made it enough to split it between them, to where it was something where if if they saw me again, they'd probably come back up to me and be like, oh, this her, she gave us a certain amount, and you know what I mean, we're looking forward to seeing her again. But you know what I mean, that's awesome to me. And I'm definitely cool with that, because it's like, we've all been kids, and we've all wanted to be able to do something at some point in time in our lives where, we're making some kind of money. And even for them, I was like, you never know. Who knows? They might open a car, detail. Who knows? But I'm happy that I was able to really, you know what I mean? I was there. There's no coincidences in life. So, to really be able to be there and do that for them was something that kind of put a little bit more into me, as me trying to be able to give my son something to do for this summer. So I'm kind of looking into that as far as like what he can do locally for himself, and get his little extra little something something. But yeah, I mean, this past 3 days, as far as actually driving by itself, has been great. My customers, they've been good. I need to get better at rating my customers, because like the way that the app works, it kind of goes in between the app and the website. So depending on what you're clicking, you might be in the app, which is a little bit easier to tap on, versus the website, which is not going to give you what you're looking for. So I got to remember which way I'm clicking, so that, me rating my customers happens as well. So that's what I'm trying to make sure I do that today.